walks into a place like that. Never had anybody take care of that building. And Houston has an automatic speed. She had back to that. Yeah. So I'm not a fan of by any means. Yeah. Well, it had long. My friend was in a meeting.
No, I find one day I find the new version of the Bronco is yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's real different. So
they don't think yeah. I wish this was shed like 75, 78 months now. I would have had it right now. I think they had the old Chevy Blazer. Yeah, I
it does.
I like it.
You are in person.
You did one?
Yeah, so I think my hair's like it's kind of velcro. Like now, my pillow is not fake. I filmed it.
Not really.
I think I'll get that good.
Yeah, because I've never met him before. Yeah. I'm excited.
No. I don't know.
This
is my only thing.
I talked to her.
Yeah.
I talked to her on Thursday, and she was just like, a bunch of stuff keeps coming up, like right before class or something.
Yeah, like we're buying a new car before class.
Yeah, she did buy a new car right before class one day.
I'll be under his
Keep letting the emails disappear.
A couple of announcements. Ed went to that Mary Dickinson, right?
Oh,
yeah. So we've got a date set for a seminar, an active seminar. We're also, at the end of it, going to have food. And right at the end of the seminar, we're going to do a promotion to Black Belt with Fred. Okay. Green is teaching the seminar. It's going to be 2 hours. Wrist locks from everywhere.
You being serious?
You know, in all my years of knowing Green, I've never had a wrist lock on this seminar.
I'll be just as
what is the date?
Bro, July 12th.
Go ahead and buy braces because you're going to be sore.
Is that a Thursday?
What day is
Thursday?
Saturday.
Oh, July 12th?
Saturday, July 12th.
It's the day we get back.
But that's the plan. We'll have some more. We're putting out a bunch of info on it here in the coming weeks. Yes.
What time will it be?
Seminar is probably going to be either 10 or 11 on the start time. Okay. After we're having like pizzas and
She's Salvadorian.
yeah, Guatemalan. We don't like Salvador.
She's Salvadorian.
No. No. Bro, I'm gonna tell everyone you said.
Please don't. She'll beat me up, bro. Come on. Dude, I told her.
Only reason I know the word Salvi is because that's what everyone calls. Yeah, she's Guatemalan.
Yeah, she is.
Squatty Watt. Alright, got a nickname. Anyways. But she's like that. If you don't know, she's those some of her notes over there. She's one IKF, twice, box, kickbox, competed in Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, undefeated in MMA. Only broken girl's arm. Only had one loss in kickboxing. Right? really been in it for a long time, so I'm support that. And then Stopper will be here. We still have a couple of slots open in like a later evening or earlier evening with like later in the afternoon. So 4, 5, 6 o'clock or something like that on Friday. So if you want in, let us know. Alright. No, sir. See y'all. Okay. So I want to do 2 things. Let's continue on like reviewing some of the attacks, right? And then we'll also take a look at more steps. Okay? So just for a warm up, let's everybody continue to work on like this hip mobility. So I'll kind of run us through a few little things here. We're just gonna do like 10 of each. So look, turn your heel out, go side to side. Boom. I'm not moving my hips at all. I'm just going side to side. Good. Now hip out. Then back. Other side. Hips back first, then forward. Now, when you move on your side, hips forward, and then switch sides. Good. Now, same idea, but let's do that with a leg grab. Grabbing that inside of your thigh. Yes. We'll do one in a second, Ben, where you do the other one, like you were doing first, like this. Like a really tight thing. Now go knee to elbow. Like this. Good. Okay. So now there's like, 2 fundamental ways to hip escape, and then like variations, right? Or you're switching sides, and then the hip mobility is so key on escapes in general, but especially from same thing on side control, back, mount. And it's the same also on my hip and wrist. Right? So let's, for the review, let's do this. We're going to do single leg takedowns. Okay? I'm just going to show a couple of different ones. Like we talked a little bit about the preferred kick. Okay? Now we didn't do as many singles in this class. I thought for a few more, I feel like in the no heat on Monday. But it's out of the takedowns, it's like the number 1 takedown. I got the doubles I do, they typically go to side control. Right? So singles, they go to side control, but when I do several of the singles, then the other is right. Okay? So I'm going to show a couple of those things, and then we're going to review chokes. Okay? And a couple more than this, but really just 3 main ones to focus on. Darce, arm over choke. You're going to stay knee on belly on that. And then the baseball choke. Alright? You can cross choke from there as well. Okay? So it's kind of a 4th option. Alright? But remember, we have this strategy kind of near side attacks, far side attacks, middle attacks, chokes in the middle attacks. Okay? Let me use you out. Yeah, I want to be on knee on belly on this side, even though I'm left-handed. I like the right, like if I'm gonna pass guard, I want to be on this side. This is what I find with like most right-handed people. Okay? So here's the thing. he's coming out this way because he's a striker, right? A lot of people that aren't strikers will come out other, boom, right? Like that. So it's kind of what he's presenting to you. But we're just going to work off of dragging to pick up a single, okay? Just put that one back. Let's assume that one's back. Okay, look how I can drag here. There's your knee press, knee elbow, okay? And then look, here. I can slide over the arm, close. That's your base point. Okay? It's got that leg back. One we worked on, I can go collar or collar tie, right? Think about not pulling it down. If you pull it down, it's not going to come forward, right? I want to pull it this way, and then I'm going to steer it that way. On this same plane, like look, here. That's the knee press. You can also go foot sweep. Push this knee off. Here's my dorsal. Go head over head, no elbow on the back. Okay, so we got arm drag, we got this collar drag. We can do that with the collar tie. Here on this one, we can stay leg inside and pass. There's a leg drag. Okay, push this over. Start going down. Go down first, and then up and around the head. That's your arm triangle. Down, then up, over. Down, then up and around. Okay, down first. Okay, that's 3 different singles, 3 different chokes. Get down real quick. The other idea on a choke would be here. Okay? I'm grabbing that shoulder right there. To be sure you, like, watch what happens to that shoulder material. When I grab there, it's not there for me. When I let go with this other grip, it is. So look, I want to kind of grab that one and then this one. Okay? And this one I'm going to lean forward and post my head to the side on my temple. Not rolling with that one. Like on a baseball choke, you can roll, right? But assume that, like, to finish that one, I got to cross my head across the center line. So assume they're going to try and push you over. Same protocol in mount. If you're doing that choke, both hands are occupied. Take a new poke. Okay? You're not going to post on your forehead and turn your temple to the side. We always want to put weight over the top arm when we're cross choking. Right? So that means here. That means you cross it. Review.
Oh, is that you didn't do it?
Start trying to push him off from. Bring your head to the side when he does. Good. Push him off the other one. Sorry. You're good. This one. Oh, see how you posted your hand up? Okay.
You want to do it?
Well, get him in a good hand up. Do this one thing more. That grip there. Now, I go and lean over here. See how it's here?
I like that one. That's really effortless.
Did you get that because of migraine?
My migraines, yeah.
Do they go away?
I felt you moving, so I was like, I think you might be there. Did that feel like I had a good fit? Because I feel like I'm
It did on one side.
Yeah, I feel like it needs to go.
Go again.
Remember how it's hard because you.
I went back and had a pretty push through.
It felt deep on this side.
Thank you.
That feels. Oh, that was good.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, so.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes, I
That's the way you shoot. I guess you could stuff and go there.
That's what I've done, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Well, does he have it?
There, yeah. Just like, it's like a head feed, basically, yeah.
Yeah, he turns off.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, I would think that I'd die. Like, I would like, go to sleep and I'd die. Like, painful.
You're doing the baseball?
Yes, sir. Oh, you. Okay. You like slip arm right?
Yeah, I don't think the top part.
Straight arm. And it also probably easier. Probably
Yeah.
So basically, whatever the context, you can do this off the knee on belly, but just stepping over the head. Now you're giving me the Kimura, but if it's on this side, it'll become the arm hold. Right? So that's kind of the context here. Yes. That's it.
second hand to get the finish. Okay.
Not like that.
Okay. It looks so tight.
I drink a bunch of water right
Hey, you want pee before class?
I did.
Oh, okay.
So it's just pressure was rolling off. That's back of my shoulder. Down.
You stop talking.
Did you get it?
Now start.
You got it rolling? Just people don't think about it. I'm like,
Yeah, Willie would always do that. Pulling forward, then to the side.
Forward and then to the side.
So straight like this now, like this, and then like that. See that?
Yep.
See again, the accident is that we pull him down. Widen that leg out a little bit. Yeah. Now, slide over. Beautiful towel.
Was that with you or? I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they step over arm lock though. Sooner as a lot. That's what Chris is called. Step over.
That's a lot.
Yeah. You know, kind of a.
Baseball.
We can do this from the side here. I'll take
Right there? Yeah.
No, it's almost like you could even do that. That is called knee down placebo guard. Two leg placebo. It's a two leg takedown. Good. Take that, broccoli. Choke that man. Mustache.
But it's a good mustache. It's a cool mustache.
Yeah. If you would have waited. Close.
I don't want to be You felt my tap.
Before you grab tight here, okay? You got this one here. Okay. Now, we don't want to have to close our hands. We may fall off, but the idea is I'm going to tap by the time. Okay? So, if you want more weight here, lean forward to make that happen. Round your spine, turn your head. Nice. You got 3 taps out of me on that. That means 3 of them.
Yeah.
You see how fast that taps? That was it, but you just gotta kind of slowly lean into it and my head needs to go to the side like and you won't fall. You can stay like this.
I like that so much.
It's like you're falling from your
It's just like total. You should like obviously not allowed to laugh at
While I was gone, yeah.
and then just I've been playing because you're still. It's like normally I've got to wait for you.
I'm going to get you off. You're getting off.
You want to finish making it go for this ball.
right there. I settle out now.
Pulling you up. Stand up.
Yeah.
Go back to your baseball. That one thing I was thinking about is the defense too. Like, tell me.
So this arm is outside.
Y'all ate great today.
Yeah, I see them way off balance.
And it wasn't even close. I know it wasn't close. So,
See how my head's here.
yeah. Here and here.
It's gonna be your first You do that a lot of times.
You're not letting it happen.
And I'm just keeping this one away. This is kind of like a check. Yeah, dude, I'm good.
Hey, it worked.
I do have like
Yeah, dude,
at least a 5-minute before one half day.
I might, yeah.
Different problem for different
What happened with you is like, you're really being, I'm going to get this thing for a cheaper run.
And then you sit up.
You're supposed to decide. I didn't put the arm in. We did the arm in.
For the arm?
And the
Yeah, the arm in.
Oh, the arm time. You would have bent your knee, you would have like, but essentially, your leg is like, I've never heard that. To bend the knee, you kind of.
He can't.
I know, I don't know how to get that.
That's like what's
Yeah,
There, that's the joke.
rough before you even got rid of it.
Well, part of that is like, I
That was a
lift
good
you
job.
up a little bit off the mat. That's
It feels like it's just pulling my neck off.
and then just like as I'm like,
What
oh,
if
wait
you,
on
what if
the
you
top
put
here.
it down instead of going up? What's that? Yeah, it felt like you were pulling my head off the mat. And so it was pulling the on the back of my neck. That, it was like all the pressure was down. So,
You're saying that the choke was down or high?
down. Now, that's just
Yeah, so like, what that rate would be.
Well,
that's what I felt like.
it
Just pull my neck up.
So keep the head down.
I think so. So like here.
That choke was a job, but the shoulder was
that's going to be difficult. So if you're not like if this sort of drawing of here,
Yeah.
I didn't even get the circle. But that's where I feel like when it's a crank, is that people are pulling, they're trying to pull their hands up instead of lowering their shoulders.
what side most people want.
I'm showing him
There we go.
That's why I don't want my flash. Like the string is like.
Okay, guys, time.
Well, I'll show you why.
Okay,
Any questions? With the arm triangle, a lot of times I feel like I'm pulling up and not pushing my shoulder up. Like it turns up being a neck crank.
Yeah, I don't pull it off.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Were you getting it on it?
We were kind
After
of
we-
working
we
through
kind
it. Yeah.
So here,
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's
And then
my
all
down.
chuck, yeah.
and here's my up and around.
Wow, okay. Nice.
Right. I need to use my second hand on that.
That's cool.
Yeah. When I was just here.
Okay.
Which is like how I finished them out of
Okay. That's what I'm doing.
Do you think that posting your hand kind of holds you accountable to the right angle? Because it feels like it does. Like, 'cause sometimes when I go here, it changes where I want to go.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
But you know, you can do that and then go into
Yeah, yeah.
you know, getting that. Cause like right here, it's kind of a weird. Here. Right. There we go. That was a little too high. That's what you read, yeah. I felt the point of his chin, like too high. Like I need that chin to be above my shoulder. Right. Here's the thing: if you're squeezing from the get, you can't make that adjustment. Yeah, because I might need a. Would that be like the same idea as like digging the chin out for it? Or is it not kind of? Yeah, pretty much. Like what we've been doing on that leg scissor choke. Or the paper cutter choke. Same idea. Okay.
On that Doris turn, we weren't getting our arm all the way through, but we were able to get ridge on the back of their neck. And we were still getting, that's what we did. Okay.
Sometimes that's not planned inside. If you can't get your arm all the way through, I used to have this problem, and you'll have this problem if they're like if it's that, you know, like you got kind of longer arms, not super broad shouldered. I'm pretty broad shouldered, right? Some of the people in here would have a hard time doing this. Okay, so if I can't get deep, I raise his head up, and then I can get deep. Here's the thing, though. It only really works in the context of your. I don't need to do that. Against you, I didn't need it. Against Justin or Ben or Brett, I may need to do it. Probably guarantee me to do it against Brett and Ben too. Just like the arm to shoulder ratio, the space it's in. You'll just realize that. And sometimes they're just creating so much pressure on your underhook that's going in, you can't get it all the way through. Raise that head up. And you can see it first. That's there's a guy one this day, I got my purple belt. I had side control, I was chasing the stars on it, and I got through and went over his head and kind of got the tap. There, I went over here 2 times. You got to put it up. Okay. We'll keep reviewing. You know, there's a couple of shows that I didn't get super deep in. Right? But we'll keep bringing up some of the attacks. We'll keep reviewing the attacks. Because we want that fresh, because we want to, as we get to the tail end of these belly escapes, we'll really focus in on the submission. Countering the submission attacks. Okay? Let's go ahead and shift gears here and work on the stick. Okay. Stick is okay. So let's start off with just a simple one. Right? We did this a long time ago. I want him to go. Look how his hips are not between my knees. But if I go here, he falls between my knees. Make his hips face this way, and go here. You got this arm. Okay? Then I can start working over that. Okay? So if I'm walking this way and he's doing that, then I can switch it back. The whole idea is like, watch on how you get this is good. Okay? He's doing everything I'm telling you guys to do. The knee is slightly at an angle. The foot is hooking the hip. Like I'm getting a little bit of breathing restriction here. It's not like so brutal I can't just like chill here for a second. If it was just and I wouldn't be doing it. Right? But his head is also on this side. He's not sitting on my knee. This is what we want. This is how we have to work on it. Okay? But if I can make his head go, yeah. And the one off the follow is not circling this way like I'm trying to get my head to the outside for one of the other ones working. But when he follows me, switch back. Watch how his shoulder comes up. And then my knees come there. Make sense?
What's up? Are you sitting over here?
Right there.
Ah, no, you show that first.
But that's weird in the past on that drop.
I've seen it twice.
You're in.
Where are you?
It's a good question. I'll show you.
Hey, bro, I asked 6 and 2 questions. Next question. All right. Let's get back to outside hip escape. 1, 2. I know I'm terrible. It works.
Thought I wasn't rolling with Andy today.
Oh man, that sounds so good.
I learned Yeah.
You just keep, I think he kept coming up. He just brought it. If you keep coming up.
Now, if you have your hands over my shoulder, take it over my head. This elbow, back, and forward on your toes. Not bad. See, you have to squeeze hard. Just feel the concept of player bend. It's called slack release. So here, feel that's my chin on your shoulder. Now, one more to the elbow. Suck it in.
Bro.
You don't have to.
No. Just like the top pressure was so good. Oh, no, it's cool, man. We did do 2 and 2. Right, so I'm gonna do the thing where I go away first. So it's like, right there.
That's very.
Oh, you're gonna wind up over their shoulder.
So it's like I had all the details. Like what I was doing is I was
No, you doing something different.
sometimes it's
really good. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know.
here.
No, I'm serious, bro. I'm doing all right. So I'm like, dude, whatever you do. I thought there weren't any bad powers. No, go away.
My foot there.
Make my knee
So cool, so good. I love how that's like a real thing. Yeah. Because like I'm Yep.
Once I get to this, that's like a knee up, knee down.
Bro, I seriously, I don't think
Something in there. Don't even be live. No.
I'm happy. And I don't want to show you what you're talking about, but I'm happy to train that. Like, I don't have
I'm trying to slide it.
Maybe it's the position.
I think I am trying to do all my knees and my elbows. I got submissions from the get-go.
So you're in my guard.
The thing was, you can just get your arm.
Bro, that's so heavy.
That first move
Let's do two things right. A,
I'll go here.
I am keeping hardly any weight. The only thing that's touching are my toes and they're barely touching. And then I'm trying to be that weight.
This throw go down.
And it felt like, so you know, sometimes when people are really putting their weight on, you feel like they're off balance, and you can like hip them
Feels
over.
like I'm perfectly.
Well, it feels like you're dragging me that way.
I'm wasting a minute because when you're here, I mean, I'm having to think about it. You're I'm connecting here and staying there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna connect there and I'll watch.
When you
I'm
roll
gonna stay
back,
there.
bro. Yes. Bro.
Yeah, as opposed to some people like me.
Oh yeah, dude. This is wow. That's way worse.
That's freaking cool. Man. So yeah, wet blanket, knees, elbows, all. I wonder if
Then you're gonna push
they were really like.
Yes.
Dude, yeah. Like there's nothing.
Get the weight off.
Yes, sir.
They couldn't do it, bro. I was like,
Helen, you're
have to get the weight off. I'm gonna make you some stuff. You have weight on your elbows right now.
I think that's
Like it felt like you had laid a bunch of weights, but they weren't just on me; they were dragging down. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. So I think all I'm doing is
You just keep
when I
that.
go for that, like how we're here, I try to connect there and then I ride. That.
Yeah. Bro, he got some magic black belt power somewhere along the way. Yep, and then go. Need to is here.
I thought you were doing straight arm. Are you on painkillers? No, I'm not taking painkillers.
He's doing something different with his top pressure.
Good.
And I'm
When you I was digging this arm out on this.
Okay.
Right? Now,
Your arm will literally not.
that what it constricts the frame, so it's kind of helps you see if you can get your reach your own hand. Right, so you just have to do very little.
touched my fingers, and then it was like,
But that's Chris showed a bunch of. Did I send you that video?
not yet.
Send it to McMillan.
Dang, bro. Thanks, Rick.
Yeah. Well, he teaches a morning class, and like we've been playing it because that's what we're doing next month. That stuff, or well, it's actually 2 months. We're doing it because of the time. But I'm gonna work as the tax. What were we talking about? Digging out the arm.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid there. I'll tell you what I do with the most. When I dig this arm out like this, and this is just like from training with Hobson, going like this.
You go back to that leg drag thing when you go to the side. How are you're setting that up
how
from the get go? How's that happening? Okay. Just using that knee. Get underneath it and then you just. Okay.
And say I don't want to go for the American or whatever.
Gosh.
But then I know
Did you pull him up by the armpit or by the gi?
But the armpit. And you can also do this.
Oh, nice, yeah, dude. Yes.
So get this triangle arm bar. I'll try and get your knees.
I don't want to go this way because the way
See, you'll never get to your knees.
Yeah, not with that.
You're stuck on your hip,
Yeah.
right? And I could always switch to arm, right? Before we ever even get to that, from here I could go into that. That's all pop theory. Like I've seen Dream teach that seminar class. Because like I remember one time I was probably a brown belt. I was like, "Hey, you know about this or that?"
I like it when I start on raising up too.
Clearly, we watching the same.
Let me try.
Start with the. Need it here. Now, kiss, put your foot under his arm. Yeah. Sit, so you got this. So like sit back. Put it up. Now replace your hand with it. Now take the other foot. Just drop it straight.
Just slide.
Yeah, if you want that triangle. See, that's a variation of top crucifix.
Okay.
With the arm.
That feels good. I like the.
Turn him. Yeah, there you go.
What'd you do?
Put your foot up. Now sit to your hip. Put your foot under his arm. And lost control.
Under this arm?
Under his head and under. So you're over the arms and in the arm connection.
So I'm really trying to get to.
In his underarm is really here.
Okay.
Right there. So then you got arm bar, triangle, arm bar. Or you can switch to reverse triangle.
Let's go. And then come up. You can come up like this.
And that's where drop it here.
I'm stuck on that hip. Yeah.
Okay, guys, time. Okay, let's do one more. So here, when I'm here, I'm using this to connect my elbow to his hip. Okay, then I'm gonna switch my hips here, come up into the cross body. Look how this is already structured. Yeah. Here, grab. I like sometimes people. I've seen Chris when he taught it, he grabbed the gi. I've seen Jack grab the gi. I prefer the left. Right, nice tendon back there. So here, use your foot, pull your hips, but I'm connecting before that. Turns into a hip escape, but you need to use that base to connect. Here's that marathon. So, you know, like we talked about a lot before the last interview, when I enter into positions, it's a gap for people to not have that attack. Because usually how we drill and teach it, it's like, you got out. Right? It's like if we're working sweeps or whatever. Then sometimes seeing it from people over the years that I like work with privately, that do class and both, it's like I keep getting there on everything, but I can't get it. And it's like they work in abundance of ways to take to that, so that wasn't an issue. It was taking it and seamlessly entering the submissions that they knew. And connecting the two, right? They knew the back attacks, they knew how to get there, but we need a few steps. Right? So when you're doing, so I say, well, Americana right there. Hey, well, there's the doors. Think about these attacks we've been doing. They are everywhere. All right? So let's do that. That is an outside hip escape. Look at the leg grab. That's why we're doing the warm-ups like this. Okay, what's it? Last technique.